Are we about to find out what the future holds for Prince Harry? Because let's not forget, when King Charles III does eventually kick the bucket, which nobody wishes upon him, but when it eventually happens, will Prince Harry return to the fold and take his rightful place in the British monarchy? Will he be welcomed back, or has he burnt that particular bridge forever? But more importantly, what does the future hold for Harry and Meghan Markle? And are they looking to return to the royal family, or have they already got one foot in the door? We're going to take a look at everything from their possible return to the monarchy, the African plan, the possibility of them returning to LA and how they'd cope if they did go back, and why now is the time for Prince Harry to make his move. This is the very latest news coming out of the United Kingdom. Morning. I'm here in the heart of London, and thank you first and foremost for your very kind comments. Regarding the ties to the late Queen Elizabeth II, yes, a wonderful lady, and of course, an iconic look. Thank you for your kind comments, and also thank you for your comments about possibly changing the format going forward. Let me tell you, I like the format that we've got. It seems to be working simply because this is what people want to hear about. If there's anything else you want to hear about, please let me know. But we do like to keep it lighthearted, fun, and of course, most importantly of all, the truth. Now, it's interesting with Prince Harry simply because a lot of people wonder, will he ever return to the United Kingdom once King Charles III eventually passes away? Now, let's not forget, we don't wish any harm to befall the king at all. He's got, of course, many years left, I would think, in him yet. But when he does eventually pass away, what will happen to Prince Harry? Will he return home? Would he be welcome? And could this be a mega money spinner for him? Well, according to a very good source, apparently not. What's interesting here, though, is when you look at the bigger picture. Prince Harry may have already had talks with senior members of the monarchy, particularly Prince William, his older brother, about a possible return in the future. As we know, both Prince William and Kate, the Princess of Wales, and His Majesty the King and Camilla, the Queen, are very keen to move forward and embrace a slimmed-down monarchy. What this really means is there are lots of working royals who are unnecessarily in the firing line that could possibly become working royals again. Think people like Princess Beatrice, Princess Eugenie, even further down the line, like Harry and Meghan. Now, as we know, this isn't going to happen while the king is alive. But what happens when the king eventually passes away? And is it already part of a plan by Prince Harry to say, look, we'll wait until then, and then we'll see where we are? Now, this is a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. But according to a very good source within palace walls, this is something that's already been discussed. And surprisingly, Prince William, the Prince of Wales, is very keen to embrace his younger brother once again. A lot of people have said this is purely for show. However, I can tell you that a lot of people around Prince William are saying he is desperate to move forward and embrace his younger brother. Whether Prince Harry feels the same way, well, that remains to be seen. But what you have to remember here is moving forward. When the king eventually does pass away, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle could be in line for a mega money spinner. As I say, a lot of people around Prince William would love to see this. But this doesn't necessarily mean Prince Harry would return to the United Kingdom. They may decide to remain out in California. Now, what's interesting here is Prince Harry has already started to put feelers out, according to very good sources, to see exactly how the public would react to a return. Now, as we know, Prince Harry loves this country. There's no doubt about that. He was very fond of his life here. He was a very much loved member of the British monarchy. So why would he want to give that up? Well, according to the sources, it's all about money. Now, a lot of people might think that Prince Harry has enough money. Well, but according to those around him, he's far from being a rich man. In fact, he could be far more wealthy than he is right now. A lot of people also suggest that Meghan Markle is not happy living in California and would love to return back to the United Kingdom. The problem with this is, of course, she's not necessarily welcome here, and she knows this. She would unget the red carpet rolled out for her if she were to return to the United Kingdom. A lot of people dislike her, as we've seen by the constant negative press, and it's going to be very difficult for her to change that around. This is where Prince Harry could come into play. He could help pave the way for his wife, Meghan Markle. But as I say, this is all about money. Money talks, and it seems that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are willing to put their past behind them and move forward. But this is going to be on their terms. What's interesting here is, as I said, a lot of people want to see Prince Harry return. including the Prince and Princess of Wales. But what they don't want to see is a return of Meghan Markle.
Oh.
And it's going to be very hard to ignore the fact that Harry and Meghan go hand in hand. Wherever you see one, you generally see the other. But according to a very good source, this is going to be the case. And this is going to be put to the test over here in the United Kingdom, when King Charles III eventually passes away. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that Harry and Meghan have already got one foot in the door by attending the coronation. Simply not the case. They were invited as guests. They weren't invited in any official capacity. As we saw, they had to sit way back in the church and then subsequently leave before the king was even crowned. This was a snub by the new monarch, King Charles III. Now, this isn't necessarily going to be the case when the king eventually passes away. And this is where Prince Harry's plans could come to fruition. Now, as we know, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have already released their memoirs. They've done the Netflix thing, so they've got that money rolling in. Now it's simply about keeping a profile up. A lot of people suggest that this is why they may decide to return to the United Kingdom, simply because they need to increase their profile once again. Now, I don't know about you, but I personally believe that whatever they're doing on their own terms. They're not doing anything unless it suits them. And right now, they probably feel that they can call the shots. This is going to be put to the ultimate test when the king eventually passes away. But right now, Prince Harry is playing a blinder by not returning to the United Kingdom. He's biding his time and waiting in the wings, and when the time is right, he will make his move. As I say, it's going to be interesting to see whether the British public will accept him back. More importantly, will they accept his wife, Meghan Markle? But one thing's for sure, this is the blueprint for what's going to happen when King Charles III eventually passes away. And this is all unfolding perfectly for the former royals known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, reporting from the very heart of London.